look at our Torah reading for today, which is Deuteronomy 31. Deuteronomy 31, verses 1 through 8. Deuteronomy 31, verse 1 through 8. Give everybody a chance to go ahead and turn there, and then we'll just go ahead and read through these 8 verses. Yeah.
All right, Deuteronomy chapter 31. And Moshe went and spoke these words to all Israel. And he said to them, I am 120 years old today. I am no longer able to go out and come in. And Yahweh has said to me, you do not pass over this Yarden. Yahweh your Elohim himself is passing over before you. He shall destroy these nations from before you, and you possess them. Yehoshua himself is passing over before you, and Yahweh has spoken. And Yahweh shall do to them as he did in Sion and in Og, the sovereigns of the Amorites, and in their land when he destroyed them. And Yahweh shall give them over to you, and you shall do to them according to all the command which I have commanded you. Be strong and courageous. Do not fear, nor be afraid of them. For it is Yahweh your Elohim who is going with you. He does not fail you nor forsake you. And Moshe called Yehoshua and said to him before the eyes of all Israel, be strong and courageous, for you are going with this people to the land which Yahweh has sworn to their fathers to give to them, and you are to let them inherit it. And it is Yahweh who is going before you. He himself is with you. He does not fail you nor forsake you. Do not fear nor be discouraged.
All right, very good. Here, when we look here in Deuteronomy 31, in these 8 verses, again, when we think about what's going on in these final chapters here, Moses is speaking words of encouragement to the nation, both the nation and Joshua, because they're all going into this land without Moses, their leader, their for all intents and purposes king, the one who has, from a physical standpoint, been leading them from Egypt into the land of promise. And so he's preparing them for this task, this journey that they're about to take. And both the people and Joshua. But he has the same message. He has the same message for both the people and Joshua to be strong and courageous. Do not fear nor be afraid of them. And then the only kind of thing that he adds to that, which, you know, if you're going into a situation and somebody just says to you, just be strong, be courageous. It's kind of a general kind of a thing, right? They're going into the land, they're going into this place of unknown, where they don't know what's over there. First of all, they don't know what's over there. They don't know what Joshua is going to be like, really. They see him in one kind of role, which was a leadership role per se. But he wasn't like Moses, right? All they know is Moses at this time. And besides them having Moses, the one that they had, say, all right, this is going to be your guy. Besides that, that's all they got. And so the words that the Most High through Moses that is given to encourage them is essentially, this is what I've done as far as the Most High. This is what I've done for you thus far. So go ahead on. And so the strength that he gives to the people is contingent upon them understanding who the Most High is, and that he's going to be with them as they go through. And so it didn't matter what they was going to face if they was able to understand who the Most High was, well, who the Most High is. If they was able to understand that what he's done already, he's already proven himself in many ways. He brought them 40 years and their shoes didn't wear out. And they got the same clothes that lasted 40 years. Which is miraculous, I must say. I wear a pair of work boots. Them things last me about a year. If I'm lucky. But 40 years though. Like I got some 5-6-year-old boots, but them boots is tore up. And you don't even wear them but 8 hours out the day, which I guess is a lot.
If you got that, you live heavy stuff too. Depend on what you're doing.
I mean, I guess. But in general speaking, right?
Yeah.
But we ain't talking about 40 years though.
Nah.
I wonder, did they have rubber back in those days?
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Did they have rubber back in those days?
The shoes today, I would think, would be made better than their shoes.
I'm just gonna say 100%. The shoes we got right now is better than what they had. I'm just gonna say that dogmatic.
I know this stuff wasn't made in China.
Man, China be making some stuff now. They be making some stuff, boy.
They can.
But what I'm saying is that it's miraculous what they've already seen to that point. And the only thing the Most High through Moses got to say to them is, I'll be with you. Go ahead on.
Yeah.
And so when we think about this life that we lived in this wilderness experience, understanding that the strength that we must be able to tap into is contingent upon us having an understanding of who our Creator is. And once we know that he's going to be there with us, what's the issue? Can't be no issue. Because he's telling them they going into the unknown. So he basically said it don't matter what situation you facing, I'm going to be there with you. Be strong and courageous. He didn't say that, but he said that though. Because he don't say what they're going to run into. You going into the land, I'm going to be with you. Don't fear or be discouraged.
I like verse 3.
What is that?
When it says Yahweh Elohim himself is passing over before you. So before you even go, he already was there.
He done made it ready for you.
All you got to do is really what this passage right here is telling me is like he's just instilling faith. It's like you just go. I'm just telling you to do. That means it's prepared for you. He passing over before you even go.
It's a reason. It's a reason to faith. It's a reason to faith. If I know that when I go, the Most High is with me, because that's all he gave them. And it was enough. Well, it should have been enough. But it's interesting when we look at this, where again, this is kind of this big transitional moment for Israel, for the nation, as it relates to the nation, as far as where they're going, as far as who's leading them there in terms of Joshua. Everybody's going through this huge change, and the only kind of prep talk is, I'll be with you. I went before you, I prepared it, and I'm saying only like it's a small thing. But it's a huge thing though.
Yeah.
It's so huge that we're able to look at this and understand that our thing that we're going over to, no matter what that thing is, when we allow for the Most High to lead us through it, we're in good shape.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so there's more that could be said about these verses, and if you want to see or hear what it is that I had to say about the rest of this chapter, we have links in the description for this chapter.